Wir erhalten nach den Parlamentswahlen in Ihrem Lande, die diese Wochen für ganz entscheidende, weil sie die Regierungsbildung für die so wichtige kommende Periode determinieren. Deswegen hat uns interessiert, uns bewegt, zum Ersten deutlich zu machen, dass die Bundesrepublik Deutschland ein hohes Interesse an einer guten Entwicklung des Staates Kosovo hat und dass wir die Perspektive Kosovos für eine Integration in den europäischen Prozess für sehr wichtig halten. Ich darf das Interesse ausweiten auch auf die Europäische Volkspartei, in deren Präsidium ich bin und deren neuer Präsident Donald Tusk mich auch gebeten hat, hier im Kosovo mich über die Dinge zu informieren und gemeinsam mit Peter Bayer dann auch, wir werden das auch tun, die Bundeskanzlerin Angela Merkel zu informieren, die auch über unseren Besuch nicht nur unterrichtet ist, sondern ihn unterstützt. Wir sind nicht hier, um die Koalitionsverhandlungen zu führen. Wenngleich natürlich unsere Partner in der LDK gute Bekannte sind und wir heute sowohl die Spitzenkandidatin Vjosa als auch Isa Mustafa getroffen haben. Das Gleiche gilt für einen Kontakt mit Albin Kurti, den wir nicht zum ersten Mal jetzt, aber jetzt hier in dieser konkreten Situation auch in Pristina getroffen haben. Es ist übrigens auch nur dem Terminkalender in der knappen Zeit, die wir hier sind, geschuldet, dass wir leider einen Kontakt mit dem geschäftsführenden Ministerpräsidenten Haradinaj jetzt nicht persönlich bekommen haben, aber auch er ist durchaus über unseren Besuch informiert. Wir hatten zu den Inhalten nur außenpolitisch einige Hinweise, die aber nicht neu sind und wo wir doch sehr dankbar sind, dass die eine gewisse Resonanz finden. Ja, und das ist, dass wir den Weg des Kosovo in die europäische Integration nicht dadurch leichter sehen, dass man über Fragen von territorialen Verschiebungen spricht. Ganz im Gegenteil, wir halten das für hochproblematisch. Wir kämpfen in Deutschland dafür, dass auch die Beitrittsverhandlungen mit Nordmazedonien und mit Albanien begonnen werden, allerdings eine sehr intensive und auch möglicherweise schwierige Verhandlungszeit dann stattfindet.
It's good to be back among friends and meet the people of Kosovo. I'm extremely thankful to my colleague from my sister party, CSU, Christian Schmidt, that we are again, for the second time together this year, in Pristina and in Kosovo. As Christian Schmidt quite rightly said, we had meetings with representatives of both parties, Vete Mendoza and LDK. And I can only confirm that our impression is that everybody, all the political leaders of both parties, understand very well the importance of the responsibility that they have after the elections on the 6th of October this year to form a stable, fully operable government within due course. And when I said that, as Christian Schmidt pointed out earlier, time becomes more and more of the essence. Most likely there will be on December 26th the constitutional session of the Parliament, which sets a deadline for successful coalition negotiations. What we are not doing is interfering or intervening in the coalition negotiations, which is not our mandate, which is not our competence, which is not our intention. But we came to learn, to listen, and also to deliver some messages to those whom we've met yesterday and today. And there were several of them. Some of them I don't want to repeat because Christian Schmidt pointed them out already earlier. But one and I don't want to go too much into the details, but one thing I think everybody should understand: the coalition negotiations have reached a point where everybody involved in these negotiations should understand that they should not get lost in technical details. That is a time of looking into each other's eyes and understanding that trust is of the essence, confidence is of the essence. If there's really this political will that we felt is present on both sides, with Veterindosi and LDK, to form this workable government for the betterment of the citizens of Kosovo, that there is this responsibility to do that, then you don't get lost into technical details, you trust each other, and the negotiations, whenever they sit together, is the time where trust can be built, and not mistrust. And also one request and one expectation that we are having is that nobody should try to weaken the other side. Nobody, no groups internally among both parties should try to put a wedge between those who really have this political will, who take professional approaches to build a government, but to be strong. And I think that is the message, that is the point in time where in these coalition negotiations that has been reached. And also our expectation would be that neither side is only now sitting back, relaxing, and addressing each other over the media, but call each other up, set a next appointment, and get things done. Well, it is a detail. It's an important detail. Whenever you look, the good news is that both sides have agreed within a rather quick period of time about a 30-pager, which contains their work program, the coalition agreement, so to speak, on the substance. That is something that positively surprised me and us, that they got that done. Personnel things are always, in Germany, here in Kosovo, obviously, always important as well, and usually always, stands at the very end of reaching the final agreement. So it is an important issue. They have to figure that out amongst themselves. I think nobody should block each other's side. They have to find a solution there. Again, I mean, we listen to them, what their take on that is. They're taking different approaches, and that's as much as I can say. Maybe, Christian, you want to contribute to that. If I may start with the latter question, with the visa liberalization issue. Acting Prime Minister Haradinaj sent a letter to me and others in Europe throughout the years pointing out, that it is still important, of course, and we're trying everything to support and to facilitate the process. The year is not over yet, but also I have to be realistic. I would have honestly and seriously expected that before this year is over, all the issues, all the last remainders that needs to be clarified could be overcome. Obviously, the year is almost over. It's not over, but almost over. So probably we will see into next year. So on your first question with regard to LDK pre-coalition, yes, that was my advice. There was no need, and I think it was the right thing to do, to enter into any kind of pre-coalition with Veterindosi or any other party, so I think that was a good thing and did not harm them. On the contrary, I can confirm that we have talked about these issues very intensely during our meetings today, especially with LDK, but I'm not going to share this publicly with you over the media. It is, as we said earlier, it's up to them really to figure that out.
Somebody who is asked and gives a kind of experience consultation, he is out when he just talks publicly about what he in a private observation shared with his colleagues. Ich glaube, dass wir die Visabefreiung, die Visafreiheit für Kosovo dass die nicht nur, weil ja von der Kommission her bestätigt worden ist, dass die Voraussetzungen zwischenzeitlich erfüllt werden, dass wir im Rat über diese Frage, dass sich der sicherlich im nächsten Jahr damit befassen wird. Ich gehe mal davon aus, ohne dass ich das Programm der Präsidentschaft der kroatischen Präsidentschaft kenne, dass aber gerade durch die enge Kenntnis und Nachbarschaft Kroatien auch eine besondere Sensibilität für dieses Thema mit hat. Und ich möchte es schon auch hineinpacken darin, dass wir das Thema Erweiterung der Europäischen Union und Heranführung in einer Zeit, in der durch Frankreich jetzt die Beitrittsverfahren gestoppt worden sind, sowieso intensiv reden müssen. Wenn wir europäisches Verständnis ist, wenn Voraussetzungen gestellt worden sind und Voraussetzungen erfüllt worden sind, dann muss man diese Erfüllungen auch honorieren. Das gilt sowohl für die Staatsnamen, Stichwort Nordmazedonien, als über die Entwicklungen, die in der Bewertung dessen, was sich im Bereich der State of Law, also der Rechtsstaatlichkeit und der Notwendigkeiten der Anforderungen an Kosovo sich ergeben kann.
Well, the consequences would be fresh elections.
And we were very clear that we do not like the Israeli or the Spanish way of trying to find a government, but just to sit and so we got the impression that there has been a lot of work done, successful work. It's not though so easy. The more from another side of politics coming Benjevedosje and LDK, but they worked very hard in our understanding, and where we are asked to assist in the development of government policy, we are prepared. But this is not an observation now bringing and pressing them, but just to say what are the consequences. It will be very, very complicated to have another kind of government, and we thought we see there's some fresh wind in such a kind of new coalition.